According to Randall Swift in this article, The Oldest Profession, Statistics and Facts About Prostitution, he stated that 70% of female inmates in American prisons were initially arrested for prostitution, along with reporting that they have been horribly beaten by their pimps an average of 58 times a year. That's a beating of once every 6 days. He also stated that 80% of prostitutes have been sexually assaulted, some raped as many as 8 to 10 times annually, and 50% of their clients were usually married or cohabitating. But with that in mind, what do you think when you hear these statistics? These women have no respect for their bodies, some would say, or others may say it was a forced action. In this speech, I'll expand on these issues with more depth and hope to persuade you that prostitution in the United States should be made illegal. First, allow me to introduce a few key terms. Some key terms I wish to define before making these arguments are dissociation, STD, and morality. Dissociation is an unexpected partial or complete disruption of the normal integration of a person's conscience or psychological functioning that cannot be easily explained by the person. STD is a sexually transmitted disease, an illness that has a significant probability of transmission between humans or animals by means of sexual contact. Morality, it's a code of conduct or belief which is held to be authoritative in matters of right or wrong. With the key terms in mind, I will now address my first argumentative claim on prostitution. Prostitution creates an alternate reality that is harmful to their lives. Said by Diane Sawyer, money serves to be a big benefactor of continuing the prostitution. In her article, she stated that whether women are making $20 in 5 minutes or $20,000 in one night, the program follows the grim of dependence, of spiral dependence these women often fall into. That being said, that is a lot of money. It is no wonder why these women get sucked into the profession. Easy money, some would say, but what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that is it's not a real profession. They're selling their bodies just for a means of money. Like one worker said, a girl named Jessie, she's quoted that, "We believe money buys happiness, and it doesn't, but it does for a while." Another issue is that this profession connects with serious health problems. Causes can be of sexual assault and about many read to psychological problems as well, stated by Melissa Fairley. She stated in this article that dissociation, depression, and other mood disorders are common among prostituted women in street, escort, and strip club prostitution. Dissociation in prostitution results from both childhood sexual violence and in adult prostitution. Not only is the profession a hazard for workers, but prostitution is harmful to others as well. Morality is at stake. In the statistics of Randall Swift, in his article, he stated that 50% of the clients were married but also cohabitating. That's 1 every 2 clients being married or in a relationship. But also another issue is that because of prostitution, there is an increased probability of spreading STDs because of their profession. Like said by Jeffrey T. Barrows in his quote in the document of Pro or Con, he stated that there is an increased probability of spreading STDs because of prostitution. Even if a prostitute is being tested every week for STD or HIV, she will be testing negative for at least the first 4 to 6 weeks because of results. The result data. The average prostitute services between 10 to 15 clients per day. This means that while the test is becoming positive or negative, that they can be a spread of at least expose up to 630 clients. Also, another issue is that prostitution, in fact, is not beneficial at all. It is not a real profession. there is no education to get the profession of prostitution. It is only a means of selling the body, and with no beneficial idea of spreading knowledge or gaining knowledge. But with that said, because of time, there may be many other possible reasons of why prostitution should be made illegal that I have not yet said. But with the current argumentative claims I have addressed, I hope that many of you may all agree that prostitution is not such a great profession and should be termed illegal in the United States. Though this speech was not intended to disrespect the employers in the profession, however, this speech was to definitely regain the morality of both men and women and to live true to life without selling the body and disrespecting your own body for means of money.